There will be no foolish wand waving or silly incantations in this class. As such, I don't expect many of you to appreciate the subtle science and exact art that is potion making. However, for those select few who possesses the predisposition, it can teach you how to bewitch the mind and ensnare the senses. It can teach you how to bottle fame, brew glory, and even put a stopper in death. Then again, maybe some of you have come to Hogwarts in possession of abilities so formidable that you feel confident enough to not pay attention. Mr. Potter, our new celebrity. Tell me, what would I get if I added powdered root of asphodel to an infusion of wormwood? You don't know. Well, let's try again. Where, Mr. Potter, would you look if I asked you to find me a bazaar?
I don't know, sir.
And what's the difference between monkshood and wolfsbane?
I don't know, sir.
Pity. Clearly, fame isn't everything. Is it, Mr. Potter?
Welcome, muggles, wizards, and witches alike, to our attempt at a voice impressions episode on Whimsical Wizardry. As you can see from the way we introed, we aren't professionals.
But this will be a very fun podcast. And if you don't know who we are, this is a podcast where we as siblings have an amazing time obsessing over all things Harry Potter. We are your hosts. I'm Kenneth Campbell.
And I'm Brittany Howard.
This week on Owl Onset, we are moving to the films for a brief period of time, and we will be discussing our favorite quotes from Harry Potter.
Let's go ahead and get started then.
Okay, so I don't really know about you, but some of my favorite quotes, I don't know. They always have to do with the people that are the wisest, the people that Harry named his children after. It has to do with Sirius, Severus, and Albus. I
Which
was
really are all the people he named his children after.
Yeah, and it's like crazy because I really like all those people and all those quotes. But one of my actual favorite quotes, and I've had this written down for a while, it's just like sort of one of my mottos per se. I don't think I've actually ever told you this, but I do have it written down on like my Discord and stuff like that. And it's, we all got both light and dark inside of us. What matters is the part we choose to act on. That's who we really are.
Albus Dumbledore.
No,
Ah, who is it?
Sirius Black.
How did I not know that?
I know, but it is one of my favorite quotes, and I feel like it really shows, like it's really true. There's good and there's bad things that you can do, and if you act on the bad things, then bad things, like you're a bad person at that point. And if you act on the good things, then you know you can become a better person, and you can change based on different things that you do at different times.
Yeah, I like that. That's a really good quote. Um, Similarly, one of my favorite quotes kind of comes from somebody that I don't think you would expect a quote to come from. And my favorite quote is, "I am what I am. I'm not ashamed." Do you know who said it?
Was that Neville
It
and the
was
Deathly Hallows?
Hagrid.
Oh wait, yeah, because he's like
Yeah.
he's saying that because he's a half giant,
Yeah,
right?
he was talking about how like at that time his blood and like how his mom was like a half giant and or was a giant and his dad wasn't, and he was just saying that he wasn't ashamed of who he was as a person. And I thought that that was very, one, very quotable, but two, like such a good mantra to live by. Like you shouldn't be ashamed of who you are.
Yeah. And like I think that really makes sense because um like you shouldn't like change yourself to like make other people like you and stuff. Like I feel like that's not what you should do. You should just be who you are, and then if someone really wants to be your friend, then they will. And like Hagrid has friends. I mean, Harry, Ron, and Hermione. I mean, even though they're like way younger than him, it's still his friend. Albus. he's like a big animal person, and I think that that definitely shows it as well.
Right, absolutely. Yeah. Hagrid does have friends, and I mean, he has great people around him who are willing to, when he does get put in Azkaban, like willing to come and get him out, which I
Yeah,
don't think,
everyone in the order.
yeah, I don't think if anybody disliked him that they would have like made that effort to try to get him out like they did.
Yeah. And I actually thought you were gonna say another quote that I know is one of your favorites.
Which one?
Um, I don't remember exactly. Let me look. Let me look it up.
Well, while you're doing that, another one that I really like, it has to do with time. And it says, time will not slow down when something unpleasant lies ahead.
Is that Albus Dumbledore?
It is. Yeah. And
I
I
knew
just
that.
think it's such a good quote because they obviously, like, the whole third book is a very time heavy topic. And it's just so interesting because it talks about, like, if we had more time, like, what would we do with it? If we had less time, what would we do with it? And they're just saying, just because something is coming that is bad doesn't mean that you can slow time, or doesn't mean that doesn't mean that it matters. Like, what matters is how you live your life now, whether something bad is coming or not.
Yeah, I really like that quote as well. It's like have you ever heard of like something like you just gotta ride along with the wave, and if not, then you'll crash down.
Yeah.
Think.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
very similar.
Yeah. Okay. Moving to a little bit more positive side of things. Um, I thought that one of your favorite quotes was, "Don't call me Nymphadora."
I love that. Don't call me
Yeah.
Nymphadora. I
Yeah.
love how fiery she is. Yes, that is one of my favorite all-time quotes.
Mhm.
And talking about other funny quotes, like I like when they're like on the stairwell, and she, how does it go? Um, uh, where he goes, "You need to sort out your priorities." And
Yeah, that one's a great one.
yeah. So how does it start? The first part where she's like, I'm going to bed before either of
Oh, um, it's actually one of the quotes we're going to be doing later, so let's not give any spoilers.
all right, fine. But I love that quote so much. It's just so great.
Yeah, it's a really good one. And then I think the last quote we should end on is one of the quotes that I've learned to believe that this whole like universe, this whole story, this really kind of has to do with Hufflepuff and sort of how this story started. Maybe just a little bit. And it's weird because it's coming from a person that's not a Hufflepuff, and it's coming from a person that's a Slytherin, and they've always known to be a Slytherin within all the movies. But in the last movie they come out and they're like, I feel like they have those Hufflepuff qualities in the end, and it's kind of really showing that everyone is included and everyone is part of this community, and you can have all these different attributes. Even if you're like sorted into Gryffindor, you can still be a Hufflepuff. If you're sorted into Ravenclaw, you can still be a Slytherin, and everyone has everything. And that's like what you're saying. You shouldn't be ashamed of who you are.
Mhm.
And the quote was, always.
Oh, I love it. Such a good quote.
Yeah. And it's so simple. It's one word, but really it sums out the whole thing. I mean,
It packs
Harry,
so much of a punch.
yeah. I mean, Harry was able to stay alive and help fight and meet all these friends and have adventures. Dumbledore did all this for Harry. It just packs everything into it and who all these people are. And it really just shows, and everything connects back to that. And it all connects back to like Sirius and Lily and James and like all those different people from the Marauders era. It means so much where even if you're in a dark time, you'll always have people around you.
Yeah, that is a good one. Always.
Mhm. And I think it's one of my also favorites because, like I said, it's from Snape, and he's like this big Slytherin throughout the movies, and he really shows that he's like he can have these Hufflepuff qualities where he's loyal at the end.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think we give Snape at least before we knew who he truly was, we gave him such a hard time. And I think just seeing how much he loved Lily and how much the story actually rode on him, uh, it was great. That
Yeah.
was just such a great twist.
Yeah. I think it was amazing.
Today in Divination Digest, we start our voice acting journey by taking a bunch of different Harry Potter characters and doing our best to sound just like them.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous.
Yeah. So I know we haven't been on this podcast for like a week or two, but there's been some technical difficulties, and I mean birthdays are here and we've been doing tons of different stuff. So but we wanted to make this next one really special, and it's a voice acting one. So we're just gonna punch it in, do terrible, but it's gonna be funny. So it's gonna be fun.
It'll be fun. Here we go.
So we're gonna be starting with Harry Potter, since I mean the whole story is based around him. I'm sorry to say that to Harry Potter haters. But yeah, let's go ahead and start with him. And I feel like I was looking for quotes, and he does not have a lot of good quotes, even though he means so much as a person. I mean, like there's so much, but I feel like that's him. It's
Yeah.
like he does not say much, but really, when you look at him and become friends with him, you know he's like this extraordinary person.
I feel like he's like the umbrella of the whole story, but you're right. He doesn't have a lot of like great punchy quotes.
This one is from the fifth movie when he is creating Dumbledore's army. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Even though we've got a fight ahead of us, we've got one thing Voldemort doesn't have. Something worth fighting for. I didn't do a British accent there.
No, but that was really good, actually.
Okay, so that was my Harry impression. Now, why don't you go ahead and try yours?
Oh, gosh. Okay. Even though we've got a fight ahead of us, we've got one thing that Voldemort doesn't have, something worth fighting for.
Yeah, I really feel like he doesn't have that big of a British accent, but that was pretty good.
Not bad, right? Not bad.
Yeah.
All right. The next one is Ron. And I'm just gonna go for it.
Okay.
Harry, it's you that's got to go on. I know it. Not me, not Hermione, you.
That was amazing. I kind of feel pressure now. I do not have that good of a British accent, like impression. Okay, okay. Harry, it's you that has to go on. I know it. Not me, not Hermione, you.
That was good.
Thank you. I tried.
All right. Now we've got my Hermione quote. Yay.
Yeah, you're you put a lot of pressure on this one. I mean, you said this was one of your favorite quotes,
It
so
is.
good luck.
It is. Now, if you two don't mind, I'm going to bed before either of you come up with another clever idea to get us killed or worse, expelled.
That was actually pretty good. I think your only problem is since you're an adult, it's kind of hard to make it a kid
It's kind of
impression.
hard to make it like kid voice. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and it's like this is like she's definitely a kid, like probably like really young in this one.
Yeah.
Okay, my turn. Now, if you two don't mind, I'm going to bed before either of you come up with another clever way to get us killed, or worse, expelled.
That was good.
I don't think so. I
I mean,
think the
it's
girl
hard.
ones,
You're a guy.
yeah, the girl ones are gonna be a little bit harder for me. But that was that.
The next one I'm a little worried about.
I'm a little bit worried about this one too. This one's Hagrid, and I knew I had to include it. We have two Hagrid quotes actually. And it's gonna be pretty fun, but we're gonna start with the first one. This one's actually one that we were talking about earlier as well. It is pretty cool. Okay. So
Right.
I'm gonna try to attempt it.
Okay.
I am what I am. And I'm not ashamed. Never be ashamed. My old dad used to say, there's some who will hold it against you, but they're not worth bothering with. See, okay, I feel like I did a good job trying to do his like the way his voice sounds. I just can't get it deep enough.
Okay, let me try. I am what I am, and I'm not ashamed. Never been ashamed, my old dad used to say. There's something that people hold against you, but you're not worth bothering with.
I feel like you can make I feel like you can make your voice deeper than mine.
That's scary.
It's kind of sad. And we have one more Haggard impression because I just thought it would be a little bit fun. This one is a shout out to our brothers, Phoenix and Kempton.
Since it's since it's a special time for them.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Happy birthday, Phoenix and Kempton.
Happy birthday, Phoenix and Kempton.
Oh, that was not deep enough at all.
Happy.
Okay. So if you guys don't know what that is from, it is from the first movie when Hagrid gets Harry and Owl, but we change it up a little bit. But yeah, we just wanted to add in a little bit of a fun thing to say happy birthday to you two if you guys are watching this. And yeah,
Tell you that we love you. So happy birthday, guys.
happy birthday.
All right, the next one I think will be fun. I know you love Luna, so I think this one will be fun for you.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna get started then.
Yeah.
Okay. You look smart. I told Daddy most people wear dress robes, but he believes you ought to wear sun colors to a wedding. For luck, you know.
That was really good.
Thanks.
You got
I
like the
feel like
breathiness.
yeah, I feel like that's just sort of my voice. Like I can do another one too. Let me try one. Let me try one more. I can see them too. You're just as sane as I am.
No, I think that's great. All right,
Okay.
I'm gonna try. You look smart. I told Daddy that most people wear dress robes, but he believed we ought to wear sun colors to a wedding for luck, you know.
I feel like I'm better at it.
I think you are. But the next one,
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna nail it.
I think the big problem is with Luna's voice. It's it's like there's not really a British accent. It's more like
Oh, it's just
oh,
breathy.
yeah. But yeah, I really like that character is awesome.
Yeah. She does such a good accent.
Hmm.
All right, the next one is Dobby.
Hmm.
All right, here we go. Dobby is always trying to punish himself for something, sir. Yes, let Dobby get on with it, sir. Sometimes they remind me to do extra punishments.
Okay, that was pretty good. A little bit too high pitched, I think, but that was actually pretty
What's
good.
the okay, let me try one more. Dobby is always trying to punish himself for something, sir. Yes, they let Dobby get on with it, sir. Sometimes they remind me to do extra punishments.
That one was a lot better. Good job.
Thanks.
I feel like I'm gonna have a hard time with this one. I feel like I can never get his voice down. Dobby is always having to punish himself for something, sir. They let Dobby get on with it, sir. Sometimes they remind me to do extra punishments. Bad Dobby! Bad Dobby!
Bad Dobby. Bad Dobby.
Okay, what did you think of that?
I like the bad Dobby at the end.
I tried to do it, but I can't do it. So yeah, I just had to add a little bit of something.
All right, the next one is Neville.
I feel like I want to start with this one
Okay.
because this one's a little bit of a powerful for him too, where his
This
character
is a very
really,
powerful moment.
yeah, it's like a big dynamic change with his character. He's still with us, and here, so's Fred, Remus, Tonks, all of them.
That was good.
Okay.
It's kind of like a desperate moment where he's like, he's still with us here. So's Fred, Remus, Tonks, all of them.
That one was that one was a way better one than what I did. That was great.
The next one I think is Bellatrix, and I think you're pretty good at Bellatrix. I think you're better at Bellatrix than I am.
No, you're gonna get started with this one.
Okay, so here we go. Sissy, put the boys in the cellar. I'm going to have a conversation with this one girl to girl.
Oh, that was pretty good. Okay, let me try. Sissy, put the boys in the cellar. I'm gonna have a conversation with this one girl to go. That one's a fun one. I can't really do the female like voice part of it, but
But
it's
it's
really
a
fun
fun
to
one
do.
to say.
Yeah. Do I really like I feel like mine's not that good.
No, it's good. Yours is intense. I can't get that intense.
Yeah, you gotta be intense with it. She's an intense character.
Well, then moving on to our next intense character, which is Voldemort. Here we go. Don't you turn your back on me, Harry Potter. I want you to look at me when I kill you. I want to see the light leave your eyes.
That was really good. You definitely have down that dark feeling.
That's a hard one to do, though.
Okay, let me try. Don't you turn your back on me, Harry Potter. I want you to look at me when I kill you. I want to see the light leave your eyes.
See, you got the more of the raspiness that I was trying to do, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah, my voice is super raspy. So like it's not raspy and like what you usually think. It's more of like high pitched raspy. So
All right, the next one is Dumbledore.
this one's a fun one. I'll try it first. It is our choices, Harry, that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities.
That was good.
I don't think so.
Let me try.
Your turn.
Okay. It is our choices, Harry, that show who we truly are, far more than our abilities.
No, that was pretty good.
I just can't get Dumbledore's like whimsicalness.
Me either. They chose perfect actors.
They really did. All right, this one's fun. This is Draco. And this is one of his famous lines, I think. So, famous Harry Potter can't even go into a bookstore without making the front page.
Ooh, that was pretty cool. Okay, my turn. Famous Harry Potter can't even go into a bookshop without making the front page.
Yeah.
I feel like my British accent's getting a little bit better.
The more we do them, the better you're going to get.
Yeah.
All right, the next one is Snape. And I mean, we saw from the beginning you have a pretty good Snape impression. So, do you want to start this one?
Sure. That is the second time you have spoken out of turn, Miss Granger.
All right. That is the second time you've spoken out of turn, Miss Granger.
Ugh, I think you forgot the quote. See, that's a problem. I would have done that too, but it's more like Miss Granger, like he's sort of like yelling. But
He's
yeah,
kind of
that,
that,
that was
yeah.
that was cool. Okay, we're moving on to Sirius, and this is, like I said earlier, my all-time favorite quote from the series. And I honestly don't remember how he said it. I just really like the quote. So how about you go ahead and get started?
We've all got light and dark inside of us. What matters is the part we choose to act on, and that's who we really are.
That was really good. That was like sort of emotional. We've all got both light and dark inside of us. What matters is what we choose to act on. That's who we really are.
I love it.
Okay.
The next one is
Mr.
one of my
Weasley.
favorite quotes. It's Mr. Weasley.
Yeah. Okay. So how about you go ahead and get started?
Okay. Tell me, what exactly is the function of a rubber duck?
That was great. This one's more of like a funny one. Okay. Tell me, what exactly is the function of a rubber duck?
He's so serious about it too.
Yeah, it's so funny. Okay, this next one's gonna be extremely fun, so I want to go ahead and get started with it. It's Trelawney.
Okay, go for it.
Give me the cup. Oh, my dear boy, my dear, you have the grim.
Give me the cup. Oh, my dear boy, my dear, you have the grim.
That was great. I think yours is better than mine.
I love that one. Oh,
That
but
one's just a super fun one.
the next one's fun is Filch, guys.
I feel like I can do a pretty good one for him.
You've got this.
Oh dear, we are in trouble now.
Yes. Oh dear. We are in trouble now. I can't do it. Oh dear. Oh dear. We are in trouble now. I can't do it.
No, that was pretty good. Okay, this next one's a little bit tricky because It's not really this person, but it's this person. This one is a little tricky because this one is this person, but it's not. It's not this person. I wrote it down as this person because he's sort of like introducing himself. It is Alistair Moody, except it is Barty Crouch Jr.
So here we go.
Yeah.
Alistair Moody, ex Aura, Ministry Malcontent, and your new defense against the dark arts teacher. I'm here because Dumbledore asked me. End of story. Goodbye, the end.
Oh, that was good.
He's one of my favorite characters, too. He's so weird.
Yeah. Okay, my turn. Alistair Moody, ex Aura, Ministry Malcontent, and your new defense against the dark arts teacher. I am here because Dumbledore asked me. End of story. Goodbye, the end.
Nice.
And we have one more.
And this last one, guys, is by Professor McGonagall. And it's kind of where the story all starts at the beginning, where the magic kind of begins. So we thought it would be fun just to end on this one. The start of term banquet will begin shortly, but before you take your seats in the great hall, you will be sorted into your houses. The sorting is a very important ceremony because while you are here, your house will be something like your family within Hogwarts.
Ooh, okay. The start. I can't do a girl voice. I have trouble with the British accent. This is terrible. The start of term banquet will begin shortly, but before you take your seats in the great hall, you will be sorted into your houses. Sorting hats is a very important ceremony because while you are here, your houses will be something like your family within Hogwarts.
Nice.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't horrible.
Okay. In Silly Sortings, we are going to recite Sorting Hat poems from our favorite books in the Sorting Hat's voice. This is going to be so fun, seeing as we don't get to do this often at all. I'm going to start by attempting mine. Okay, guys, beware, because I cannot do a Sorting Hat voice for my life. I was trying this the other night, and I just can't do it. So this is going to be fun, but it's also going to be bad. Oh, you may not think I'm pretty, but don't judge on what you see. I'll eat myself if you can find a smarter hat than me. You can keep your bowler's back, your top hat sleek and tall, for I'm the Hogwarts sorting hat, and I can cap them all. There's nothing hidden in your head the sorting hat can't see, so try me on and I will tell you where you ought to be. You might belong in Gryffindor, where dwell the wave of hearts, the daring nerve and chivalry set Gryffindors apart. You might belong in Hufflepuff, where they are just and loyal. Those patient Hufflepuffs are true and unafraid of toil. Or yet in wise old Ravenclaw, if you're a ready mind, where those of wit and learning will always find their kind. Or perhaps in Slytherin you'll make your real friends, those cunning folks use any means to achieve their ends. So put me on, don't be afraid, and don't get in a flap. You're in safe hands, though I have none, for I'm a thinking cap.
Nice. That was good.
Good British accent?
No, but it was a good poem. All right, here we go. 1,000 years or more ago, when I was newly sown, there lived 4 wizards of renown whose names are still well known. Bold Gryffindor from Wild Moor, fell Ravenclaw from Glen, sweet Hufflepuff from Valley Broad, shrewd Slytherin from Fen. They shared a wish, a hope, a dream. They hatched a daring plan to educate young sorcerers. Thus Hogwarts School began. Now each of these 4 founders formed their own house, for each did value different virtues, and ones that they had to teach. By Gryffindor the bravest were, priced far beyond the rest. For Ravenclaw the cleverest would always be the best. For Hufflepuff hard workers were, most worthy of admission, and power-hungry Slytherin loved those of great ambition. While still alive, they did divide their favorites from the throng. Yet how to pick the worthy ones when they are dead and gone? 'Twas Gryffindor who found the way. He whipped me off his head. The founders put some brains in me so that I could choose instead. Now slip me snug about your ears, and I've never yet been wrong. I'll have a look inside your mind and tell you where you belong.
To say that was amazing, and you really made mine sound bad.
I don't think so.
Okay, we can agree that I am the Ilvermorny founder, and you can be the Sorting Hat.
Fine.
Okay, I am I am American,
I
but
am
like
American.
I can't always go to Hogwarts anyways. It's not like it's. I feel like it could be like college, right? Like they have to make that a thing. In college, you can go to a different country to like
It's
you
true.
know
It's true. Study abroad.
yeah. So I could do that.
This week on Quick Quiz Quills, we're going to be figuring out what our Patronuses are from the BuzzFeed quiz. Now, both Kinnick and I are pretty sure we know what our Patronuses are, but we'll have fun getting to see if they're the same.
So just to let you guys know, my Patronus I got from the official Pottermore quiz was a greyhound, and I believe Brittany's was a black bear.
Yeah, that's true. So let's go ahead and get started and see what we get.
Okay, so I'm gonna start by reading the first question, which is pick a spell. Expelliarmus, Accio, Stupefy, Reducto, Wingardium Leviosa, Sectum Sempra, Protego, Pure Totem Akamato, or Lumos.
I don't want to be like boring, but I always love the spell Accio.
Yeah, that one's a fun one. I mean, you can always like summon things to you, I guess.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to pick Accio.
Okay. Um, isn't Pure Totem? It's kind of cut off. Pure Totem Akamato, like the one that McGonagall uses to force, like to add the knights to the hair, like to the Hogwarts grounds.
Oh, I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it is. So if I'm not, correct me, give us an email. But I am pretty sure it is. So I'm gonna pick that because I love that quote.
Okay. The next question is, what is your favorite Hogwarts class? Alchemy, charms, arithmancy, potions, defense against the dark arts, transfiguration, astronomy, care of magical creatures, or herbology.
Ooh, what are you gonna choose?
Oh, this is tough. I think I'm stuck between transfiguration and defense against the dark arts and potions.
Ooh, I'm stuck between Defense Against the Dark Arts and Care of Magical Creatures.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think I
Um,
might go potions.
ooh, that's fun. I don't know. Which one do you think I should pick?
Do magical creatures.
Okay, okay. I'll pick that one. Oh, this one's interesting. Okay. Who's your wizard slash witch crush? Cedric Diggory, Ronald Weasley, Lily Evans, Dean Thomas, No Thank You, Cho Chang, Neville Longbottom, Gellert Grindelwald, and Hermione. So really there's three things I could pick from.
I don't know. I'm going to say no thank you because Sirius Black's not there.
You have so many choices though. I have four choices.
Nope, I am loyal.
Okay. I think I'll pick Hermione.
All right. Good pick. The next one is pick a magical object. The Elder Wand, Sorting Hat, Invisibility Cloak, Firebolt, Sword of I almost said Sword of Grindelwald, Sword of Gryffindor, Snitch, the Resurrection Stone, the Time Turner, or a Dumbledore's Army coin.
I feel like I don't want the Elder Wand for the same reason Harry broke it.
If you get
Hmm.
the sorting hat, if you're a Gryffindor, you kind of get the sword too. If you're like,
No, that's not how that works, though.
well, like if you, what I'm saying is it's a potential.
Hmm, maybe.
I think
I
I'm
feel
gonna
like
go invisibility cloak.
that wouldn't be that cool though, because if you're like, it would only work like if you're a student, and we're not students, so
That's true.
um, that's cool. I'm gonna go ahead and pick Snitch
Okay,
because I feel like we don't have anything like that that can fly, and I mean it has flesh memory, so what if something's hidden inside of it?
that's cool. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. And I feel like everything else, I mean, I would pick Sword of Gryffindor, but I feel like everything else here is sort of just messing with the Muggle world, such as Time Turner or Resurrection Stone.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I feel like that would lead to problems. Okay. So next thing we have is pick a drink. Fire whiskey, Veritaserum. Do you remember what that is?
Isn't that the truth stuff?
No, that's Felix Felicis.
Oh, then it's the luck.
Nope, that's Felix Felicis and Liquid Luck are the same thing.
Is that the
And
one where
then
you have to tell the truth?
maybe. And then there's coffee, tea, pumpkin juice, wine, butterbeer, hot chocolate, and lemonade.
Well, obviously I'm going with coffee.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pick butterbeer, but the non like, the actual good stuff and not like the actual beer.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The next one is you if you could hex anybody, who would it be? Bellatrix Lestrange, James Potter, Dolores Umbridge, Peter Pettigrew, Fenrir Greyback, Draco Malfoy, Lord Voldemort, Crab and Goyle, or Lucius Malfoy.
I have to say the picture that they have of Peter Pettigrew is gonna make me pick him because I just don't like him.
I'm gonna pick Umbridge. I can't
Okay.
stand her.
I feel like it's not like ugh. You're gonna hex her,
I'm gonna hex her. I can't stand her.
I guess. Pick a superpower. Shapeshift, healing powers, teleportation, time travel, ability to talk to animals, telekinesis, super strength, the ability to fly, and reading minds. I'm gonna pick shapeshift.
I think I'm gonna pick telekinesis.
Remind me what that is again?
Being able to move things with your mind.
That sounds so cool too, but like you could do that with shapeshifting too.
Kind of.
You can like you could like make yourself like I don't know, like a cheetah. These
Oh my
things super
goodness.
fast.
Pick a color: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, gray, or black.
Red.
I picked red too.
Okay. Pick a professor. This one's fun. Mad Eye Moody, Rubius Hagrid, Minerva McGonagall, Horace Slughorn, Sybil Trelawney, Remus Lupin, Severus Snape, Albus Dumbledore, and Phyllis Fluick.
Remus Lupin.
Ooh, you wouldn't see him very often though.
True.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pick. I think it would be a lot of fun to be in Horace Slughorn's class, just because he's such a fun guy.
That's true. And if he liked you, it would be fun.
Hmm.
What's your favorite magic shop? Zonko's Joke Shop, Borgans and Burke's, the Hog's Head, the Three Broomsticks, Madame Paddifoot's Tea Shop, Honeyduke's, Flourish and Blatt's, the Leaky Cauldron, or Ollivander's Wand Shop.
What are you picking?
I think I'm gonna pick Honeyduke's.
Candy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Ollivanders, just because that's sort of like where your magical journey begins.
Right.
Mhm. Oh, okay, I'm okay with that.
I am too.
Got
What did
our
you pick?
answers. Okay, so mine is a swan.
Oh, nice. What does it say about a
And
swan?
this actually makes a lot of sense. This kind of describes like me at school, sort of. It says you're quiet but not antisocial. You're always surrounded by a group of friends, and they act as a support system in times of emotional distress. Your Patronus takes the form of a swan, the same as Cho Chang. Keep enjoying the simplest things in life and do your best to not dwell on the past. The future is bright.
Nice. So I got an otter, and it says, "You're the smart one among your group of friends, and you'll do anything for the people you love, even if it means getting you into trouble. You're realistic and appreciate a good book filled with knowledge and facts. Your Patronus takes form of an otter."
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, I like that. I'm pleased with that.
Yeah, this was awesome. Did you think mine would be a swan?
I did not know.
To end the podcast on a high note, we are going to be discussing our thoughts on Harry Potter 20th anniversary reunion that was on HBO Max on January 1st. Now, this was extremely emotional for me personally. Because of this, we do not want to give spoilers. So if you would like to check it out, then go ahead. It's great, but I am very excited to tell you guys my opinion.
Oh my goodness. So I think I was so excited about this just even before it started, just because of what it was like being able to see all the characters come back together again, be able to see how everybody is now. But I wasn't, like you said, I wasn't expecting it to be as emotional and as heavy as it was.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be so fun, but really it was like diving into these actors and like how like this isn't just a big part of the fans' lives. Like I'm like it's way more than just like me being a Harry Potter fan and us with our little podcast. It's way more than that. These people, this was half of their life. This is like what they spent every day doing, every night thinking about, every day trying to work on and trying to figure out what to do. And even with the directors, like some of these people, they worked for like two movies, one movie, and they tried their hardest. Like when they were working on it, this was all they were doing all the time.
Yeah, it was their whole life. And I think to be able to come back so many years later and to have a conversation about what was it really like behind the scenes, and do you remember this, and like, we're really appreciative for the direction that you gave us as the director during this film. And I think a lot of people don't give credit to the different directors. They just think, oh, there were different directors. But I loved getting to see how the different directors handled the children. And I don't think I recognized, at least it wasn't in the forefront of my brain, to think that this film had so many kids in it. And it needed somebody who could deal with having a lot of kids and controlling them, but also making it really fun for them at the same time.
Yeah, and I feel like that's one of the things that not a lot of people, I mean, at least that I've seen on like Disney Channel and different things like that. I know that a lot of people do not handle kids well. They think of them as actors, and really that's not what they were. They did not sign up to be actors. They signed up to do a fun project, and this is just a fun time for them. And it turned out being what they wanted. They became these characters.
Yeah. And so I think, like, getting to see that and getting to see that they actually did all have fun, and like, I think even the part where Hermione says that um she was just questioning whether or not to continue at one point. It just showed like how much pressure these movies had, and also like how lonely it could be if you didn't have somebody there with you in the moment of having all of this fame. Because her Emma Watson and Rupert Grint and Daniel Radcliffe, they were so young at the time. They were kind of just like thrown into it.
Mhm. But it was pretty amazing in the way they did it. It was just extravagant. So yeah, if you want to check it out, then it's on HBO Max. I would definitely suggest it. I know that you have to get the HBO Max subscription, but I know that a lot of people did do that, and I'm telling you, it's worth it. Like
Oh, it's
even
definitely worth it, guys.
yeah, even if you had to pay like this is like a big thing that anyone who is a Harry Potter fan or at least grew up with Harry Potter then you need to look at it. It's amazing.
Yeah, and I know we were one of the people, like I only bought HBO Max just to watch this. So
Yeah.
I think that a lot of people did that. Thank you for joining us on our fun voice impressions episode this week. It's definitely been a fun time.
Hopefully, you'll join us for our next episode. And if you like what you heard today, please consider subscribing on YouTube and Apple Podcasts.
We also have an email account at wizardrywhimsical@gmail.com if you would like to send us a comment or question or anything you'd like.
See you next time on Whimsical Wizardry.
Bye.